Okay. Probably like an hour.
You said 2 hours.
I said a couple. Oh, shoot. How did that happen? Uh-oh. Huh? All right, thank you. I don't know how that happened. Oh, okay. I'm having some technical difficulties. All right, let's see. Hopefully it don't move no more. Okay. All right. Welcome to Flourish and Tresses. Over here, I just usually do my hair. Today I am doing my hair routine. Hi, hello, Nadia. Hopefully I got that right. How are you? If you're just coming in, please make sure that you like the live. So I am doing my hair routine, and I am going to talk about something that I've seen recently. It's not something that's new, but anyway. Hi, right. Oh, it looks dirty. Oh no. Oh, it looks dry. It is. It is. I read that all wrong. But it is dirty though. But anyway, I read that wrong. It is very dry, very dry. Let me finish speaking to everybody. Hi, Suno, kinda Ryan. Okay, and Mateo, Mateo, Vital. Hi, how are you? All right. So I put these mini twists in my hair. I believe they've been in my hair for about 2 weeks now. So this is what they are looking like. So I am quite shocked how it is looking right now. Because there's a lot of hair. It's just everywhere. It's just I don't. This is my first time doing mini twists in my hair. And I am not natural. I do have relaxed hair. So I was not expecting it to grow out so fast as it has. But yeah, it's just everywhere. So it is definitely very dry. I have not moisturized my hair in since I think last week sometime. The last time I came on live is the last time I moisturized my hair. And my hair tends to dry out really, really fastly. So yeah, it definitely is dry. Um, it's just I don't know because it's growing out. So there's a lot of hair that is like it just grew out of the plaits or whatever. So I have about 2 more weeks before I redo at least the front of my hair. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. So since it's been in for 2 weeks, it's been a lot going on. It's been very, very hot where I am. It's been very, very hot. Oh, thank you so much for the emojis. Thank you. Um, but it's been very, very hot, which means I have been sweating a lot. So typically when I do protective styles in my hair, I don't, hopefully, is my mic on? Because my husband came in. Yeah, it's on. Okay, all right. My husband came in here, interrupted me. So, yeah. So typically when I do protective styles in my hair, I don't usually, what? Why is my earbuds on? Where's my earbuds? I hope my earbuds is not on, because then that means there's no sound. Where is my earbuds? More on here. I gotta make sure my earbuds is not on. Ugh. Hold on, guys. There we go. I don't know why. Okay. All right. All right. Just want to make sure my sound is good here. So, typically I wash my hair. I don't usually wash my hair when my hair is in my protective style. Just because it's just I'd rather not really deal with it too much, but you do need to wash your hair. That is very, very important. So today I am not washing my hair per se, but I am using some dry shampoo. So I am using, hopefully the light not blurring this out. Thank you guys for loving the live. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I am using this Dove dry shampoo. It says refresh without water, refresh hair with a hint of brunette tints. So dry shampoo is like a temporary fix. It's not like a permanent type of fix. So I plan to use this today, and probably about a week or two, I will remove the front of my hair and I will fully wash my hair. So this is like a temporary fix. It's not going to solve my problem permanently, but it is a temporary fix. So I'm going to use the Dove shampoo, and then in this bottle I have a mixture of leave-in conditioner and tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is very good to cleanse your hair. It's good for other things as well, but this, I'm looking for the cleansing agent in the tea tree oil today. So this is tea tree oil and leave-in conditioner in this bottle. So after I do the Dove shampoo, the dry shampoo, then I'll put this in my hair also to further help cleanse my hair. And then I will be greasing my hair with softy hair grease, hair food grease, or whatever. So while I am doing that, let me get. I should have all my stuff ready. But while I am doing that, I want to talk to you guys about a story that I seen recently, but it's not really a new story. It's pretty old, but I do want to talk about some things about the case. Talking about some things that I've seen with the case or whatever. All right, so let me just get started. Let me look at the comments. Hi, Esterus. Hopefully, I got that right. How are you, Isabella? Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Ray. How are you? All right, so let me just get started. All right, so if you have not heard, um, actually, I'm just gonna talk about what I seen. So I recently got a chance to see the body cam footage of um the traffic stop for Nicole Johnson, and I took down some notes as I was watching the footage and some things, some thoughts that I had on it. So I got notes pretty far into the to the video, to the footage or whatever, but then I stopped at some point. So at some point I will go off and just talk about what I feel, what I seen. All right, so when the video starts, it's the police footage of the body cam. It says basically it was in Essex, Maryland, before 11 p.m. on July 28th, July 28th, 2021. And I do recall seeing this on the news. Um, And when I see stuff on the news like this, I never think like I never think like I don't know. I can't think like normal people. I don't know. I think of um I think of first, let me say first of all, I am a part-time conspiracy theorist or whatever. So I don't think like normal people. I think like it was some witchcraft stuff going on. I just I hate that I think like that. So when I seen it on the news, I automatically thought something like that. But I remember looking at the story and then like kind of like it went away and then like, I went about my life and really ain't think about it anymore. And then when it came back again, I seen it on my timeline. I was like, oh wow, they have the body cam footage. So when I looked at the body cam footage, um, I seen it on the news. I remember seeing it on the news, but I did not know the young lady was from Baltimore. I don't know why I didn't know that she was from Baltimore when it was on the news. But anyway, so I started watching the body cam footage. I started watching it, and then some things kind of stood out to me, and then I had my husband actually watch it with me. So when I went back and rewatched it, I took some notes. So these are the notes that I took. And when I go back, I always break down my lives into shorts. When I go back and break it into shorts, I'm gonna try to put all the clips of what actually happened or whatever. I'm just not that experienced in YouTube, or I'm not experienced in the content creation world where as though I can show the things while I'm talking or whatever. But anyway, all right. So basically, it was a traffic stop, a routine traffic stop. The officer asked for the young lady's license and registration on the traffic stop. So basically, he told her she was going over the speed limit. That was the reason that he stopped her. So then we find out that she is 33-year-old Nicole Johnson, and she gave the police a state ID. So when they said state ID, I'm like, okay, if you get pulled over, you giving the police your license. So I'm like, okay, that was, all right, whatever. So she is traveling. They say she is traveling with a friend by the name of BB. So then the police came back and told her she doesn't have a valid. They said she doesn't have a valid driver's license. Also, the car has fake tags. Police told her the car has to be towed. Okay. All right. So then they asked her, can she get everything out of the car? No, she asked them, could she get everything out the car? And the police told her yes. All right. So I'm supposed to be getting my hair done as I'm talking. So let me try to do that too. So I'm just putting this in between my parts. Ooh, all right. All right. So as she is removing her items out the car, police scanner came back with information saying that she has been pulled over with the same issue in the past. She starts explaining she thought she had good tags. So as I was writing down notes, I took down some red flags that I seen as I was watching the footage. So I got red flag number one. She said her and her kids are literally living in the car, but no kids were present. So it was like when I was looking at the footage, she said that her and her kids were living in a car. So as I'm looking at the footage, no kids was in the car. So okay, that was a red flag for me. All right, so officer continues to give her the citation. So they basically was just gonna give her a citation, let her get herself out the car, and she was gonna go about her way. It would have been an Easy peasy. I mean, nobody wants to get their car taken, but when you driving with no license, you should already know what comes along with that. All right. All right. So red flag number 2. She says in a sarcastic way, I will not be here in 5 days anyway, I swear to God. So out of nowhere, like she just says that she's not gonna be here in 5 days. So they was giving her the citation. So like thinking of in the mind of somebody who is in their right state of mind or whatever, and they know that they can get in trouble for something. I'm going, okay, all right, thank you, officer. Okay, let me just get my stuff or whatever, like, and I'm gonna be very nice about it because like I'm trying to get whatever whatever bad stuff I got going on. I'm trying to hurry up and get it out the way before the officers become suspicious, whatever. But she didn't she didn't do that. So she was moving very, very leery like. So okay, all right. So she said that. So then the friend BB asks, can the police take her home? Okay. So that was a little weird because like the police not going to take you home. But anyway, so the officer responds, it's in the city. I can't go down there. All right. So red flag number 3. Again, she says, I'm telling you, tonight is my last night. What am I going to do? All right. So again, somebody that's in their right frame of mind that know that they got some bad stuff going on or whatever. Look, I'm going to be real nice with the police. Like, okay, all right, okay, you said to give me. I'm just going to be really nice because, like, I'm trying to, get out of there. I'm trying to get out of there. But she's ranting. I think she's on the phone at this point. So then red flag number 4. Now, this is the big one for me. She said, watch tomorrow. Y'all are going to see me on the news. She says she is going to make her big debut. I swear to God. All right. So now, as an officer, it's like, what? You gonna make your big debut? So what is really going on here? What is really going on here? All right. So then the officer tells her he will do an 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 internal inventory search of her car after she takes out what she wants to take out. So she starts going off at this point. At this point, she starts going off saying, and I think she's on the phone at this point, saying she is in the middle of nowhere and they taking her car. Like I say, I noted, I think she's on the phone with a friend. Also, she says the car is all she has, and if she loses it, that's all she has. Okay, all right. So it's just starting to get really weird. It's starting to get really weird. All right. So now she starts to have a meltdown. Okay. Saying things like, y'all keep telling me it's going to be better. And I don't know if she was on the phone at this point or if she was just talking. So she said, y'all keep telling me it's going to get better. And she said, where is the light? There is no light. All right. So as an officer, this is really weird. Now you having a whole like meltdown or whatever for a ticket for driving with no license and the car is not registered with real tags. Like you knew, like you didn't think this was going to happen. All right, okay, all right. So while she's going off, the officer is walking around the car doing a preliminary check, I suppose. In her rant, she says, I can't take no more. Okay, so she's having a full meltdown right now. A full meltdown. All right, so all these red flags, the officer apparently must have called for backup. So he calls for backup. So he tells the backup officer he smells a foul odor coming from the car. He asks the backup officer to check and see if he smells it too. Okay, all right. So at this time, She has what looks to be one big bag. It looks to be a white trash bag with other bags lying on the ground. So at this point, she took all the stuff that she wanted out the trunk, and she has it on the curb or whatever. And so one officer asks her what's in her car. Another officer is heard saying it smells like unalived animal. He looks to the huge white trash bag and asks her, "What is this?" She again, she says it's a bunch of dirty clothes. He said, "That don't smell like dirty clothes." She says, "I'm about, I'm about to show you," and proceeds to try to get through the huge white trash bag. She tries to stall. He tells her she has to open it. Red flag number 5. She says it's bags and stuff. It's bags and stuff. It's bugs and stuff all over it. All right. So she said it was dirty clothes in there. Now she's saying it's bugs and stuff all over it. Which I guess if you let clothes sit long enough, I guess I don't know. I've never let clothes sit that long where it's bugs and stuff all over it. But okay, all right. So as she is ripping through all the layers of supposedly dirty clothes, she then says, seemingly crying, "I don't think I don't think a guilty person would be doing this." So basically she's saying to the officers like, "Okay, well, I'm not guilty because like I'm doing all this, and anybody that's guilty not going to take this time to, uncover their evidence basically." All right. So then she asks the officer for help. As he cuts through the layers, layer after layer of blankets, he asks her, "Why you got all these blankets?" She said, "We stay in hotels, between hotels in the car." Okay. Plastic bag, plastic bags, blankets, plastic bags, blankets, every time the officer cuts. Finally, after layers upon layers of plastic bags and blankets, a suitcase was uncovered. So she opened the suitcase and a blanket kind of falls out. The officer asks her, What is that?" She says, "Dirty clothes." And he says, "No, pull it out." Now she says, "Dirty blankets from my husband." So all this time we ain't heard nothing about her husband. All of a suddenly, now she's saying dirty blankets from her husband. So I guess that's to say, like, because she got a husband, maybe the husband stinking up the blankets that bad. Like, that was really weird. All right. So he tells her to open it. She said, "It's just pissy clothes." He again commands her to open it up. She said, "I did." He tells her to open it, and then he screams. What the F? Officer screams, "Put your hands in the air." Red flag number 6. She tries to run. So that tells me, okay, I'm not even gonna say it, but she tried to run. So that's red flag number 6 for me. So officer chased her down and put cuffs on her. BB is placed in cuffs as well. BB says, "What did I do?" in a very heavy African accent. She asked officer, Nicole Johnson, she asked the officer not to arrest BB. She had nothing to do with it. Officer who uncovered body is visibly shaken. So I don't think from the reaction of these polices that were on the scene, it don't seem like that they've been a police very long. And it also seems like that they haven't seen anything horrific. So they're in Essex, Maryland. So I don't know. Like I've been out in Essex before. I live in Baltimore. I've been in Essex before. There are some things that go on in Essex. So maybe these officers haven't experienced anything this horrendous before. But I'm sure the officers in Baltimore City, I'm sure they've seen some horrific things or whatever. But these officers seem like they never experienced nothing like this before because they're very shaken up. They're very kind of emotional, whatever. At one point, she was on the curb, and I guess she was trying to talk, and the officer kept telling her to shut up. He didn't want to talk to her, which essentially, I understand. I do know, like, after they get to the police station, it's going to be an interrogation. But initially, like when a crime first happened or a suspect first get in trouble, you would want to get, I don't know, some type of evidence or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, they were all visibly upset. They did not expect what they saw or whatever. All right. So one of the officers starts crying uncontrollably and says, "It's a baby in there." She asked, "Can the officer unalive her?" Because she knew, like at this point, she knew that, like, yeah, she's about to go down. Like, so now that's what she's asking for. And maybe initially, maybe that's why she tried to run or whatever, because maybe she felt like that the officers was going to try to pull out their weapon and unalive her. That way she wouldn't have to deal with her consequences. All right. So as she's sitting on the curb handcuffed, she's talking, basically saying she did not know what was in the bags. Now, if you didn't know what was in the bags, why did you run? Why did you run? Like, it don't make sense. It really don't make sense. All right. And then how did the bags get like that? How did the bags get in there? Who put the bags in there? Like, you knew it was a bunch of dirty clothes in there. Who did all that? Who put that together like that? All right. So they both get took into the police station. She pleads with the officer that BB is mentally retarded. And I want to talk about that for a minute. I want to talk about that for a minute. Um, no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'll talk about that in a minute. All right. The officer asks, "What is she diagnosed with?" Now, if she's mentally retarded or whatever, and I don't even think that word is used anymore. If she's mentally challenged, um, she would have a diagnosis. She would have a diagnosis or whatever. Like, she would have, if they knew that something was wrong with her mentally, she would have a diagnosis. But anyway, the officer asked her what is she diagnosed with. She said, "I don't know, but she can't read or write." So the officer told her at that point, like, just because she can't read or write, don't mean that she's mentally challenged or whatever. All right. So, all right, now they at the police station. Red flag number 5. BB is in custody at the police station, asking, what did I do? Police is telling her she is going to sit there until he is told otherwise by his supervisor. Then she blurts out, "What? Did I unalive somebody?" So BB is mentally challenged, but she blurts out, "Did I unalive somebody?" So if she's mentally challenged, but why would she say that? Why would she say that? That, okay, all right. So the police response, "I don't know." So at this point, I stopped taking notes. So I'm just going to go off of my memory. So I want to talk about BB for a second. Um, so while the police is interviewing um, BB looks around, and then she looks at the officer and says, "I need to go to the hospital. My knee is hurting. My knee is hurt. I need to go to the hospital." So the officer asks her, like, okay, sit down. And then another officer comes in or whatever and asks her, about going to the hospital or whatever. And I think she decides to say she don't have to go to the hospital anymore. So what I took from that, and like I said, I am a part-time conspiracy theorist. What I took from that situation, from her looking to the side and then turning around to the officer and saying, my knee is injured, I need to go to the hospital. I took that BB is in tune. BB is in tune with spirits. That's what I take from that. Because she looked to the side. She looked to the side and then looked back at the officer and said, I need to go to the hospital. My knee is injured. Okay. All right. So eventually the officers and from the police footage, they got in contact with her mom and they sent her to her mom because they deemed, and I think the psychiatrist wound up talking to her and they deemed her as being mentally challenged or whatever. I don't think that BB was mentally challenged. It's some other things further in the video, and maybe I should wait till I get to that point. But it's some other things further in the video that makes me believe some spiritual stuff was going on. Because after they interviewed Nicole Johnson or whatever and everything, they showed clips of them investigating one of the rooms that they stayed in. And one of the rooms they stayed in, they had 2 teddy bears on the bed or whatever. Now, it's kind of strange to me how the room was still intact. Like, what, did they just leave that room? I don't know. But anyway, they had 2 teddy bears on the bed, and there was ribbons around both of the teddy bears' necks or whatever that read something like "I'll forever love you" or "forever," something. I can't remember the exact words. That says a lot to me in the spiritual world. That says a lot. People that um play with things that they don't know what they're playing with, that says a lot to me. So I really don't believe that BB is as innocent as they saying BB is innocent for real. So I'm gonna leave that there. That's just my way of thinking. I was in some lives or whatever, and a lot of people were saying like, "Oh yeah, BB ain't got it all. BB ain't got it all," but that's not what I see. That's not what I see. I see something else. I see something else. But anyway, let's get back to Nicole Johnson. So they are interviewing Nicole Johnson or whatever and everything. So she makes it clear to keep saying like she wanted to talk to her mother. She said she wanted the psychiatrist to sit down and talk to her mother because her mother had a lot to do with this. She told them that basically her mother used to, when she was little, I suppose she had her trying to find other words. She had her doing some things at a young age or whatever for money. Um, so that says a lot. That says a lot. Um, she went on to further explain that she tried to give the kids, they found out in this part of the video that the kids are not her kids. The kids are actually her niece and nephew. Um, that somehow, I don't know how she got the kids or who gave her the kids or who thought it was a good idea for her to have the kids, but However, she got the kids. They gave her the kids. Um, they showed some like text messages between her and her sister. Apparently, her sister maybe couldn't take care of the kids. I'm guessing because the text messages is talking about like how were you guys and how you doing. The text message is not saying like bring my kids back home. I want my kids. Like where is it's not saying that. It's not saying that. It's just like how you guys doing and it's just really weird. Um then what else kind of stood out? She said that the mom or the sister, whoever, she said they knew that I was selling cats um, to make money. They knew that I was doing this or whatever, and they knew I have a place to stay. So, like, then I seen an interview of the mom or whatever, and the mom basically said, like, well, both of my children ain't no good or something. Like, she just throwing them out there to the wolves. Like, how did they get like that? Like, how did they get like that? And I get it. Being a mom of 5 children, I have a 25-year-old and I have a 23-year-old. All kids don't turn out the way that you want them to turn out. No matter how much you talk to them, no matter how much you show them, no matter like all kids don't turn out how you want them to turn out. But it says something when all of your children turn out not so good. It says something. And from that girl to be at the police station and telling the police like her mother had her doing these things as a young kid or whatever, like that says a lot. That says a whole lot. So I feel, in my opinion, they all should be locked up. All of them. Nicole, the sister, and the mother. They all should be locked up. Because like ain't nobody checking on them kids. Like, so yeah, she just got sentenced, which is crazy. This happened in 2021, and she just got sentenced. Like, she should have been like, how does that happen? How does that happen? How does the sentences take that long? If this happened in 2021, we now in 2025, and she just got sentenced. So she got 50 years. And like I say, I just think that they all need to go. They all need to go. Like, um, so yeah, that's my take on that. I don't know if my hair look any better or any worse. I don't know. I cannot wait for this 2 weeks to end because oh my goodness. All right. So let me look at my let's see. Let's see next. Hi Ray, how are you? You're probably not here anymore. Let's marry. I'm already married. Thank you, George. You smart. Thank you. Talking about that lady who killed her niece and nephew. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Maurice, Mars. Hi. Said William. Hi, William. James looking like a horse. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because which kind of horse? Not a stallion. Not a stallion. I hope. Hopefully not a stallion. Okay. All right. All right. So now I'm just gonna grease my hair. Like, yeah, I just think like that whole case is crazy. That is crazy. At least that part look a little better. So yeah, 40 minutes. Yeah, my hair was definitely really dry. 2 weeks cannot come fast enough. I'll make sure I grease the back of my hair. This is hair just, and I don't even know how we get outside. Oh my goodness. What? Nope. You can't even see no parts. There's no parts in this hair no more. All right. 40 minutes. I thought I was going to be talking about this case for a long time. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, 2 weeks can't come fast enough. Well, I guess it's all right. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's all right. Okay. I know it feels a lot better though. Definitely was feeling dry. All right, you guys. Thank you for being here. Please make sure that you like the live on your way out. Um, what's today? Today is Sunday. I can't believe I got a live out during the daytime. That's another thing. I usually don't go live during the daytime. It's just really extremely hard with children. So today is Sunday. So I should be live again Wednesday, I believe. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about yet. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna talk about. But hopefully I'll be live Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Please make sure that you like the live on the way out, and I'll see you guys in the next